All right, let's dive right into this explainer. If you're running a manufacturing business, this strategic briefing is going to completely flip the script for you. Today, we're exploring exactly how small and medium manufacturers can totally bypass the traditional, super expensive route of physical trade fairs and just enter global markets directly. We're drawing from a really comprehensive guide on digital marketing strategies for global export promotion, and we've distilled it down into a complete, actionable roadmap for sustainable export growth. Here's the massive, absolutely crucial takeaway we're pulling from our sources today. International B2B buyers, they're starting their sourcing journey on search engines like Google. Before they even think about picking up a phone or booking a flight, they're searching online. So what does this all mean? It means if you aren't visible in the digital space, you simply don't exist to them. You're literally invisible in the international market, while competitors who've embraced these digital tools are scooping up all those high-quality leads. So here is our roadmap for today. We're going to hit the digital export imperative, building your digital headquarters, driving targeted global outreach, tailoring your market strategy, and finally, your integrated execution timeline. Section 1. The digital export imperative. This comparison really hits the nail on the head regarding the paradigm shift we're seeing right now. Think about the old way of doing things, setting up super expensive overseas offices, flying out to physical trade missions, shipping printed catalogs. It was basically a game only the massive corporations could afford to play. But the new way? It's all about cost-effective, continuous global digital reach. Digital marketing has completely democratized market entry. Today, a small manufacturer can connect directly with a distributor in Brazil or a sourcing company in the US without ever needing a physical footprint in those countries. Just think about the power of this number for a second. A physical trade fair is a massive investment, right? And it lasts what, maybe 3 or 4 days? If you don't make the right connection in that tiny window, poof, your investment is just gone. But a well-optimized digital presence, that acts like a giant magnet for export inquiries, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. It's continuously working for you, capturing leads across totally different time zones while you're literally asleep. Moving on to Section 2, building your digital headquarters. You really need to think of your website as your global digital headquarters. Buyers overseas expect a highly professional setup that instantly mitigates their risk. I mean, they aren't going to fly halfway across the world just to see if your factory is legitimate, so your website has to do all that heavy lifting. You absolutely need detailed product catalogs with technical specs. You got to prominently display your verified quality certifications to prove you meet international standards. Your site needs clear inquiry forms, SSL security so they know it's safe, and crucially, it must be mobile responsive. Because a lot of the time, procurement managers are doing their initial research right from their smartphones while waiting in line for a coffee. And to build that trust even further and wipe out buyer uncertainty, you absolutely have to leverage video. Specifically, high-quality YouTube videos. Think about it. Video builds trust exponentially faster than text. You want to take these foreign buyers on a virtual journey, right? Start with a slick corporate overview, then walk them straight onto the factory floor with a virtual tour. Show them your production processes in action, and most importantly, demonstrate your rigorous quality control systems. Seeing is believing, and a good video proves your manufacturing capabilities beyond a shadow of a doubt. Section 3. Driving targeted global outreach. Okay, when it comes to B2B export marketing, LinkedIn is literally your ultimate low-cost entry point. We aren't talking about broad consumer brand awareness here. This is precision networking. LinkedIn is where the actual decision makers live, the importers, the distributors, the procurement managers. By running a sharp professional company page, publishing solid industry content, and doing some direct networking, you can find and connect directly with the exact people who hold the purchasing power for your products. Once you've identified those exact leads, you'll transition over to email marketing, which, by the way, still has one of the highest returns on investment out there. But listen, here is the absolutely critical rule. Mass generic emails will completely fail you in international trade. To succeed, you have to use highly targeted databases and personalize your messaging. Your emails need a clean, professional design, a crystal clear call to action, like, say, an invitation to view that virtual factory tour we just talked about, and they must be customized to address the specific needs of that buyer. That's how you actually start building long-term international partnerships. Now, this is fascinating because communication norms have completely evolved. For quick closing and rapid B2B interactions, WhatsApp has become absolutely indispensable in international trade. Seriously, many international buyers actually prefer it for quick interactions. It allows for instant communication across borders, way faster responses, and secure document sharing. When a buyer has a quick question about a spec, shooting back a rapid WhatsApp reply can literally be the difference between winning and losing an export order. Section 4. Tailoring your market strategy. You can't just use a one-size-fits-all message. You have to tailor it. For example, if you're a garment and textile manufacturer, your marketing focus needs to be laser-targeted on sustainability and labor compliance. But flip that. If you're exporting pharmaceuticals, your entire message has to pivot to highlighting strict regulatory approvals and uncompromising quality standards. Agriculture? Buyers there care about traceability and organic certifications. Your digital messaging has to align perfectly with what buyers in your specific industry value the most. And hey, it goes way beyond just your industry. You have to geo-target your communication too. A marketing campaign that absolutely crushes it in Germany might completely flop in Brazil, right? You have to customize your approach. That means local language translations, respecting cultural preferences, understanding regional purchasing behaviors, and navigating specific local regulations. Localizing your marketing shows the buyer that you actually understand their specific world, which massively improves your campaign's effectiveness. To really sustain this tailored approach, you need to lean into global content marketing. Now, the goal here isn't to blast out hard sales pitches. It's to educate and inform. You establish true market authority by creating and sharing real-world, industry-specific case studies that prove your track record. Share insightful market reports. Publish product guides. When you become a trusted source of information, buyers are naturally going to gravitate toward you when it's finally time to make a purchase. Finally, Section 5, your integrated execution timeline. Because a successful strategy doesn't just rely on one single tool. You need an integrated timeline. Starting in month 1, you want to launch search engine marketing, specifically Google Ads. This buys you immediate visibility and lead generation right at the top of search results. As you transition into month 3, your digital HQ is looking robust, so you begin your targeted LinkedIn networking and personalized email outreach. Then, by month 6, your long-term plays start kicking in. Your organic SEO and continuous content marketing start driving sustainable, low-cost organic traffic. It's the perfect combo of short-term paid tactics and long-term organic strategies. And throughout all of this, you absolutely must integrate data analytics tools from day one. In export marketing, your decisions have to be data-driven. You can't just be guessing what works. You need to rigorously measure your website traffic, track exactly where your leads are coming from, monitor your inquiry conversion rates, calculate your cost per lead, and map out your country-wise visitors. By analyzing all this data, you can constantly refine your strategy and really double down on the regions and channels that are actually generating export orders. So we've walked through the entire executive playbook today, from building a rock-solid digital headquarters and leveraging LinkedIn, to tailoring your message and tracking the hard data. It's a fundamental shift in how international trade is done. So I want to leave you with this final thought to wrap up this explainer. Knowing that global buyers are out there searching for suppliers right this second, are you ready to use these digital tools to transform your local operations into a global powerhouse?